God, this video has been so hard. I've deleted like 12 takes. Okay. Short and sweet. Okay. At the end of September, I was diagnosed with hypermobility Ehlers Danlos Syndrome. I was diagnosed by the VA's geneticist, who is Dr. Dar. She also has private practice at Baylor College in Houston, where she specializes in Ehlers Danlos Syndrome. She actually runs an Ehlers Danlos Syndrome clinic. So I was lucky. The VA geneticist just happened to be a specialist in this disorder. About 7 months prior to that, me and my neurologist had a conversation about all the crazy things that I've had or have happened to me in my life. And we decided together that this was something that definitely warranted being ruled out or looked at. So after showing up for my appointment to see her, I had a very long, detailed, written out account of my entire history and family history. I also was thoroughly examined. They looked for things like, I can't even say it right. Basically, it's little hernias in the bottom of your foot, which I had. They went through the whole checklist, and the doctor that was doing my exam was just like, wow. And then when he got to my skin and started pulling at my skin, he's like, oh my God, this is like true EDS skin. And I was like, what's true EDS skin? And he's like, we see a lot of people with Ehlers Danlos Syndrome. And he says, they have it a little bit. He says, but it's not like this. He says, yours is just like so obviously EDS. He says, just pulling on it. And what it is, when you pull on my skin, it's very elastic. It stretches beyond the norm, and then it bounces right back. It doesn't stretch and stay, it bounces. So that elasticity is important, I guess. And it's also very, very soft and velvety. I've also have stretch marks that I shouldn't have. I had them at a very, very young age. And like most women with stretch marks get a couple, I have them. They cover me in many locations. So, and I have some varicose veins issues. Or not the, I'm probably saying this wrong. It's the one where you can see the vein comes up too close, especially around my knees. I have those issues. I have a whole, I'm not going to get into all the different, and I'm incredibly hypermobile. Like, I can do shit that one of my doctors said I would have been the circus freak. Okay, if it would have been, 100 years ago, I would have been the circus freak. Yeah. So, and when they do my exams, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe your joints move this much, and it's like, yeah. So I could go on and on about my symptoms. I mean, I got migraines. That's part of it. I have asthma. I have dysautonomia. When I stand up, I pass out. I'm in a lot of pain, but I'm not going to go there. What does this mean for me going forward? Now that we know what it is, there's no cure. All they can do is treat the symptoms as they manifest. What does this mean going forward? Well, going forward, when this girl says this hurts or something's not right here, my doctors listen now. Before, you get this patient that all this random shit is wrong with them. They're hurting here, they're hurting here, this is wrong, that is wrong. Normal people don't have all that. They might have a few conditions that are bothering or worms, especially at my age. You're going to have some shit wrong. But you're not going to have all this random shit all over the place. We do. And many of us, for decades, weren't listened to. This shit hurts. So the next time, and this is a mini rant, but the next time you see that person with a mobility placard or license plate that I have, get out of the car and they look absolutely perfectly healthy to you, before you run up to them and start accosting them because you think they're faking it or they're driving their daddy's car. There's people like me out there. We legitimately need it. There are people. Okay, she's locked in a room somewhere. You're not walking in our shoes. You don't know what that person's going through. Please, 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 people, not all disabilities are visible. You don't know or understand. So going forward, my doctors are paying more attention. They're listening. They're doing more. I have gotten more help in the last 2 months than I have in my entire life. They're listening. They're ordering specialized braces for me. I'm getting finger splints. It's amazing. They're taking the stuff seriously. It is disheartening because sometimes the doctors are like, I don't know what to do. Can you research this and bring it to me? And I'm kind of like, okay. But you do what you got to do. That's what you get. You know, I was told it was a very rare disorder. Honestly, I think it's rarely diagnosed. If you type in EDS on YouTube, it's all over the place. There's some really big YouTubers vlogging and talking about their life with this disorder, and they're young. They're very young, and I see the struggles that they're going through, and I think about me in my early 20s when I kept going to the doctors telling them something was wrong, and they kept telling me it was impossible for my joint to slip out of joint and go back in. It's not. Not at all. Anyway, that's what's wrong with me. It's what's been wrong with me my whole life. It's just gotten to the point that with my age, as you age, it gets worse. You know, you have to understand my ligaments get stretched over and over and over again, and at some point they quit being able to bounce back. They get stretched too far. So the pain and the fatigue is much more heightened. And with that, both dogs want in. So I gotta go. Thank you. I may post later on down the line about this, but I'll try to make sure that I tag the videos that are EDS related or bullet journal related or Dollar Tree shopping related. I do have a bullet journal coming up video that I want to do soon. I'm not making promises how often I will get videos because as we can see, you know, the rest of this week I am swamped with appointments and they're almost all medical. So, yay me. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Have a good one.